Hello guys and welcome again to Dreamy Luke channel. It's Luke here, and lately in my videos I'm getting some questions about people saying, Luke, I feel kind of disappointed because I've been learning Mexican Spanish and I'm confused. Should I have started by learning Spanish from Spain? Because the one that you're teaching is kind of different from what I've seen until now. And this is the question that we are going to answer and conclude at the end of this video. Should you have chosen Mexican Spanish over Spanish from Spain, or Spanish from Spain over Mexican Spanish? Are they different actually? So to answer this, we are going to see the difference of pronunciation, the difference between some words, and also some expressions. And I'm gonna clearly answer this question once and for all. One of the main differences between Spanish from Spain and Mexican Spanish, and also other countries from South America, which are also very different in some ways, when they pronounce things, when they say some idioms and expressions, one of the main differences is the pronunciation of the Z word and C before I and C before E. This is the main difference when it comes to pronunciation. For example, here in Spain we say zapatos to cover the word shoes. But in Mexican Spanish it will sound something like zapatos. So in Spain, when you pronounce the Z letter, your tongue has to stay between the upper and down teeth. So it'll be zapatos. And then in Mexican Spanish, zapatos. It's more like an S pronunciation, right? Then coming with the letter C before I, cielo, for sky. It's exactly the same. Your tongue has to stay between the upper and down teeth. Cielo, cielo. And then compared to Mexican Spanish will be cielo, cielo. So, Spanish from Spain, cielo, zapatos, and Mexican Spanish, cielo. And then you have cereales and cereales. So you have to keep in mind that the main difference is that in Spanish and then more like an S pronunciation in Mexican Spanish. And all of that is the main base to understand how you should make the difference of pronunciation in Mexican Spanish and Spanish from Spain. Now, here comes the question. What happens if I go with Spanish from Spain accent in Mexico? Will they understand me? Of course they will, without any problem. What happens if somebody from Mexico comes to Spain? Will we understand him? Of course, without any kind of problem. So in the part of pronunciation, is that a problem? Never. So until now, if you've been learning Spanish from Spain or Mexican Spanish, that's not a problem.
Hoy tengo un día bastante ocupado. Primero voy a ir al trabajo, y después de la oficina, planeo ir a comer con unos amigos. A mediodía, iremos a un restaurante muy popular en la ciudad. Luego, tengo que pasar por el supermercado para comprar algunas cosas para la cena. Por la tarde, voy a descansar un poco y ver una película en casa. Finalmente, antes de dormir, pienso leer un libro que me recomendaron.
Hoy tengo un día bastante ocupado. Primero voy a ir al trabajo, y después de la oficina, planeo ir a comer con unos amigos. A mediodía, iremos a un restaurante muy popular en la ciudad. Luego, tengo que pasar por el supermercado para comprar algunas cosas para la cena. Por la tarde, voy a descansar un poco y ver una película en casa. Finalmente, antes de dormir, pienso leer un libro que me recomendaron.
Let's go with the next point. Mexican Spanish has some own words or own idioms. And Spanish from Spain, of course, they have their own words to designate some things. The best example is coche in Spanish, to designate car. But in Mexican Spanish, they will say carro. Oh, and something very important. when you have two R's together, don't say caro. You have to say carro. Carro. You have to really push that R's together, right? Because if you say caro, that means expensive. So if you don't pronounce the two R's and the two L's together, you remember we have two L's, llamar, llamativo, lluvia. If you don't pronounce them correctly, you might end up saying another word, right? So yeah, in Spanish from Spain, we say coche, and Spanish from Mexico, they will say carro. And now related to that, same word for conducir, to drive. Conducir in Spain, and in Mexican Spanish, they will say manejar. Manejar el carro. Another possible idiom that they use a lot in Mexican Spanish is to say you, the pronoun you. They say ustedes. But in Spanish from Spain, we say vosotros. You guys did this. Ustedes hicieron esto. Hicieron. So, do you see how I pronounce that? Hicieron. In Spanish will be vosotros hicisteis esto. Sí. Hicisteis esto. You see how even the conjugation time is kind of different, right? Now, here comes the question again. If I go to Mexico and I say, yo conduzco mi coche, I drive my car, will they understand me? Of course they will, without any type of problem. And compared to somebody who comes from Mexico to Spain, if he says, yo manejo mi carro, it's the same, right? Will we understand him? Of course we will. Now, related to conjugation, sometimes to define some actions that already ended. For example, here in Spain, we use a lot pretérito perfecto to say, for example, he comido. And in Mexican Spanish, they use a lot pretérito indefinido, which is comí. Yo comí. I ate, which is the same. But you see, the conjugation is kind of different. Now, again comes the question, will these countries understand each other if they have to exchange places? Of course. Now, let's go with some expressions, for example. When you have to, for example, express that you really like something. Here in Spain, you say, qué guay, how cool. Qué guay, eso es muy guay. In Mexican Spanish, you will say something like, qué chido, qué chido, qué chido es eso. Qué chido que vayamos al festival. Another very common one is when you meet your friend and say, ¿Qué pasa, tío? What's up, man? ¿Qué pasa, tío? Here in Spain. Mexican Spanish has, ¿Qué pasa, güey? ¿Qué pasa, güey? What's up, man? ¿Qué pasa, güey? As you can see, what we've seen until now, pronunciation. Some different words to designate the same things. Mexican Spanish has some particular words, and Spanish from Spain has their specific words, and also expressions, and also many other things. As for example, what we've seen before with verbs, for using much more pretérito perfecto here in Spain against the pretérito indefinido in Mexico. And all of these global things that we've seen, they don't make the difference. Spanish from Spain will be perfectly understandable in Mexico, and Mexican Spanish will be perfectly understandable here in Spain. And even I want to tell you something. Here in Spain, you have regional Spanish. It's not the same pronunciation if you hear somebody talk who was born in Madrid compared to somebody who was born in Seville, for example. The pronunciation, the way they talk, is going to be very different. Also, very understandable. And at the end of the day, and this is the point of the video, the main thing is to know how to adapt to everywhere you go. Now, here's the thing. There are some words that you may want to be very aware of. And how can you do that? Before going to some place, let's say you, for example, go to Mexico, or if you go to Spain, you have to learn how to avoid some kind of words. And I have the best example for you. The verb coger, to take here in Spain. It means to take something, coger. You have to be very careful with that word in Mexico. Because coger in Mexico, it means to have sex, right? And you gotta be very careful. Because you can say, for example, yo voy a coger el autobús. I'm going to take the bus here in Spain. That's not a problem. But if you go to Mexico and you say voy a coger el autobús, it's gonna sound, of course, very weird. Well, the most that can happen is that people are gonna laugh, right? But I just want you to know that there are some expressions and words that they can really make the difference. So in the description of this video, I'm gonna leave you a table with some words that are really different meaning in Spanish compared to Mexican Spanish. Now, time to answer. Luke, have I made a mistake to start learning Mexican Spanish? Have I made a mistake to start learning Spanish from Spain? Which one was better? Well, here's the good part of this. None of them was better and none of them was bad to start with. You never made a mistake to start learning none of this. Both of them are quite of the same. You just have to keep in mind the pronunciation. You just have to keep in mind that some expressions are going to have their own idioms, and you should keep in mind that there are some particular words that you have to be aware of how to use depending on where you go. So don't separate Spanish from Spain and Mexican Spanish. Merge them together. They are both very good and they are both Spanish. And that's what you came for. Here in my channel, you're gonna learn Spanish from Spain. But if you follow other channels with Mexican Spanish, don't worry. They're gonna merge together very good. It's time for you to continue with your lessons. Thank you very much, guys.